They'll start on the ground. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Jones. And complete to Drake London. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. That'll be complete to Dalvin. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, I'm not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That's good for a Buccaneer 1st to pick up of 12 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback, at least have the illusion that you have a running game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. Caught, Kelce, left side. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. This is Hines. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Play action here with Rosen. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. They go play action. It's Rosen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Rosen off the play action. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelce. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now Rosen on first down. He's got his man. It's White. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Rosen. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Jones. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Phidarian Mathis in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Throwing on second and long. Jones. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, we're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end. That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up with a very good clip.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Another run here with Dobbins. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing, Jones. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On third down, Rosen. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Dobbins. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try to plan a comeback.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Samuel bringing in the slant. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards 1. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Back to the air, Rosen after the pick 6. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And not much happening there. Not much at all. They'll get to it and down it, but at the 35-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A give. Dobbins trying the right side. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series, but the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On second down, they'll run with White.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Looking deep for Adams. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Tough. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right?
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Rachaad White, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, and the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Panther touchdown. That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick-6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also You might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Now Jones throwing on first down. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. And now it's Rosen looking. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. That play disrupted and stopped for a loss by linebacker Troy Anderson. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and a couple, Jones. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Drake London, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rosen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Uchenna Nwosu. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Dobbins trying the left side. They find some open field here. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have taken a 4th quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter?
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out, in the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Play action here with Rosen. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. But that's not going to help the cause as he stops short of the 10. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's only gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one on that play.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get 1 more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed 1 bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rosen looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. 1 final shot here for Rosen. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw for both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Tampa Bay, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.